All right, guys, so our stretches we got today, we did 90 seconds of scorpion per side, 90 seconds lat stretch per side, and then 2 minutes per side of the T-spine rotation. So I'm gonna show you here what those movements are. Siobhan is in the scorpion stretch. What we're working at stretching here is the front of that shoulder. So the arm that she has back right here, we're stretching out the chest on that side. So this is something not all of us are gonna be able to get into that position that well. Siobhan, just put your legs on top of each other. So there's a less intense version of that if the twisting in the back is too much. The other thing you can add to this is watch her hand up here. She's gonna spin that around and hit that upside down. That's gonna hit that bicep a little more as well, and then play around with how far into that you wanna go. If you're flexible like Siobhan, you can take your foot back towards your hand and you can really open that stretch up. But that is definitely for those of you that are a little more flexible. If you're feeling pinching or anything uncomfortable, come back out of that stretch. So 90 seconds on this side, 90 seconds on the other. Same thing, pay attention to differences side to side on that. Then the next stretch is a lat stretch. Do this one in a door frame, holding onto a banister, holding onto something, allowing yourself to get that stretch down the side. What you really want to feel here is the stretch all the way down through the side. So she'll be feeling that from her shoulder right down to the hip. You can extend that stretch some more by bringing that right foot back. If you're working on the right side, and you'll see that stretch now goes all the way from here, all the way down the hip, down the outside of the leg. So it'll be 90 seconds per side on that stretch as well. And our final stretch today is a T-spine rotation stretch. This one is more of an active mobilization. So you're gonna get to this position, hold on, Siobhan. You get to this position, bring your knees up just a bit more. You want to keep your knees together on this, and wear your most colorful, bright, candy cane looking pants. It will definitely help with this stretch. As you open up through this stretch, don't let your knees come away from each other. So she's going to be looking at her hand, taking that overhead, and you'll notice she's twisting through that upper back. Her lower body hasn't moved. She is able to get her hand all the way to the floor. Some of you will still be a little ways off the ground, just come up more and more and more. Some of you might only get to here, where you've got a pretty big gap underneath the arm still. That is okay. Take your hands back together, and you're gonna slowly work through that mobilization. You can watch here in her upper back, the amount of movement that we're looking for through that upper back, through that thoracic spine. And then once you get to the end, you can get some big, deep breaths in here. Big inhale through the nose. Envision yourself blowing up a balloon on your exhale. Go ahead, Siobhan. Really work at getting some air in and out of that body as you're holding into these stretches will help you open up into that. So it'll be 2 minutes on this side and then 2 minutes of the same thing on the other side. That will take 10 minutes. Get into it, get after it, guys, and stay flexy.